So good morning, dear students. Be attentive in my class. Take out your notebooks. Very less participants are there. Bache, it is a interchange period. In place of fifth today, we are having third period of English. I have sent message on WhatsApp also. Still, some students have not joined yet. So, online students, inform your friends. Inform your friends, those who have not joined the class yet. Bache, it's enough. Let me teach. Stop talking or you sit separate. Come here. Come here, sit here. So today we will be doing article writing. So let's do article writing. Article. You have to follow this format very, very carefully. In your exam, 2 writing skills will be there. 1 writing skill you have to write down in detail, and in another writing skill, MCQ will be asked. Yes, these are the new guidelines from CBSE, which have been implemented in 9th to 12th. So in 8th, we are going to make you prepare for this, for your next class. So 1 writing skill will be there, full-fledged you have to write down, and 2nd writing skill will be based on MCQs. Kaise? I just tell you that you have to be now very much attentive in class. Whatever the guidelines which are discussed by teachers with you, you listen to those guidelines very, very carefully. You have to go in minute details of every writing skill, because any question related to writing skill can be asked in MCQ form. But if you were attentive in class, if you have attended all the lectures of writing skills carefully, it means you will be able to do. But if you have not attended all the classes carefully, then I'm really very sorry to say you will not be able to do those MCQs. And that style, MCQ styles, you are not going to get in any kind of your 8th class book. This is a new guideline by CBSE. So it's not too late to start. Be attentive. Go through all the details of writing skill, whether it is a notice, whether it is formal letter, informal, article, email. Be prepared for that. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. So let's do article writing in detail. Basically, what is article? Let's do article writing. It is basically a non-fiction prose writing. Article is a non-fiction prose writing. Suppose any situation is given, or any heading is given, any topic is given, and you are supposed to write down article on that. Okay. So for writing an article, you have to follow some of the guidelines and write down all those guidelines in your notebook. Okay. First guideline, that whatever the question which is given to you, you read that question, read that situation very, very carefully. Clear? Read that situation, read that question very, very carefully, because some students, they lose marks because they don't read the question, they do not read the statement carefully, and they do not understand what is given in the question. So for writing, effective article writing, you have to go through the question very, very carefully. Sometimes situation is given, you have to frame title on your own. Sometimes title is given, you have to copy the title. Okay. And before writing any kind of article, you just make a plan in your mind. As in maths, you do rough work. In English also, you can do rough work. you can write down main points in rough. Then you can arrange those ideas in a systematic way, in a proper arranged way. It doesn't mean that whenever question is asked, we simply start writing. No, it should not happen. You should arrange all the ideas in a systematic way. In rough, you write down all the ideas, then arrange all the ideas in a systematic way. Okay. After that, you carry out research. It means whenever any article is given, you think that, do you have any stats about that? Do you have any data about that? For example, if I tell you to write down on online education, so data should be very much clear in your mind that 2 years ago, there was not any trend of online education. Very few apps were there. Very few online education courses were going on. But within these 2 years, the scenario of teaching and learning has completely changed. 90% people are adopting online education. Isn't it? So I have made this data just now. So just like this, you have to add data. And in your article, you have to use good vocabulary words, appropriate vocabulary words. You are a student of 8th class. So as a student of 8th class, you want to score good marks. So what a teacher expects from you, that you should use good vocabulary words. You should use appropriate vocabulary words. Whatever the situation is given to you, you have to write down good appropriate vocabulary words in order to score good marks in that. But if you are writing simple article, you are not using good vocabulary words, so I'm really very sorry to say that you will not score good marks in that. Okay, and you have to avoid grammatical error also. Whenever you are writing article, you are not supposed to use person, first person, I, we. In article, you are writing viewpoint. You are writing your viewpoint, but it doesn't mean that again and again you are writing persons like you, I, we. So avoid writing I, we, and you. These persons should not be introduced in article. But if you put such kind of words in article, so I'm really sorry to say to you, teacher will put cross or encircle your I, we. Then afterwards, don't ask me on WhatsApp. Don't call me. Ma'am, why have you encircled I and we? Don't use I, we, and you. First and second person should not be used. Write down only simple article. Don't use such kind of grammatical errors. And when you are writing article, your all the ideas should be properly arranged. You have to use different paragraphs in order to organize your ideas. It doesn't mean that in the beginning you are writing something else, then you move to second paragraph, then you write down something else. All the ideas should be interlinked. All the paragraphs should be interconnected, and all the ideas should have proper logical order. Okay, so you have to make a draft for that in rough. What I am going to write down in the beginning, what I will be writing in middle, how will I arrange all the ideas? All the ideas should be arranged properly. Clear? So you have to arrange all the ideas in proper way. All things should go smoothly and clearly. Okay. And when you are using different kind of ideas, it doesn't mean that you write down all the ideas in a single tone. You have to use different paragraph. You have to use different kind of devices also in order to make your article interesting piece of writing. You can add expressions in that whenever it is required. Okay. So because if you are not using expressions, so it will not make your article attractive. Your article will not become attractive if you don't use any kind of expression. And you should not use worn out expression, worn out, obsolete, dead expressions. These expressions will not make your article writing a good piece of writing. Okay. You can add quotations in between also to make your article interesting. You can put rhetoric. What is rhetoric? Rhetoric means ask question. In between the article, you can ask a question. In speech, you use expression. You don't ask a question sometimes. But in article, it is compulsory to ask question. It is compulsory to add rhetoric. So it is compulsory to add 1-2 questions in article. Only then your article will be different from paragraph writing, from essay writing. Otherwise, there will be no difference between paragraph and essay and article. Yes. So here I am going to discuss with you the format of article writing. In your paper, you are going to score 2 marks for correct format, 3 marks for content, 2 marks for format, 2 marks are for correct format. So whatever format I am going to, bache, if you are not interested, you can go out. You come here, sit at the last desk. Go. So whenever you are doing article writing, what you have to do, you have to write down correct format. For writing correct format, you are going to score 2 marks. For writing good content, you are going to score 3 marks. All the content in rough, you can write down that this thing can be added, this stats can be added, this data can be added, 1 quotation can be added, 1 rhetoric can be added, conclusion and winding up, that should be good. And 2 marks for grammar. Grammar, good vocabulary, good expressions. So 2 plus 3 plus 2, near about 7 marks will be there for article writing. Am I clear to you? So here the teacher will divide the marks and it will be given to you. So you say na in writing if we don't score full marks. So now see, focus on format, try to score full. That in format I don't want to commit any error. I don't want to commit any mistake. So why the teacher will deduct your marks? No, will be able to score 2 marks. If you are writing good content, whatever the question, go through the question carefully. Find out that what is the content, what should be the content, how the idea should be properly, logically ordered and should be planned, should be interconnected. All the ideas should be interconnected and they all should be arranged in paragraphs. Okay, so that will be your content. And 2 marks for vocabulary, for grammar, for expressions. Grammatically, what error teacher can find out? Tell me. Tenses. Person. Yes, persons. If you have used I and we, you, grammatically 0. साथ ही 0. हमारी checking कैसे होती है? I tell you the secret. बच्चे ने फॉर्मेट सही लिखा है, चेक किया, हमने लगा दिए 2. When you see your paper, we have given marks 2 plus 2 plus 2 like that, na? So how the checking is done? We check format. Student knows format, give 2. Whether पूरी sheet blank है, format सही है, तो 2 marks तो आ गए पहले. उसके बाद बच्चे ने अच्छा I लगा दिया, V लगा दिया, U लगा दिया, सर्कल लग गए 3-4. चलो ग्रामर में लगाओ 0. अब मैं अपना स्टाइल बता रही हूँ चेकिंग का. वोकैबुलरी वर्ड 1 2 3 4 5 वोकैबुलरी वर्ड्स आ गए हैं. ओके, फिर पर्सन को बोल दो. वोकैबुलरी के 4-5 वर्ड्स आ गए हैं. रेटोरिक इज गिवन, रेटोरिक इज गिवन, एक्सप्रेशंस आर गिवन, quotation is given, all the ideas are interconnected, properly given. चलो 3 में से मैं 2.5 दे देती हूँ 8 के अकॉर्डिंग. 3 में से 2.5 दे दिए. आपने सारा कंटेंट सही लिखा है. एक्सप्रेशंस यू हैव एडेड, कोटेशन यू हैव एडेड, रेटोरिक यू हैव एडेड. कुछ मुझे लगा कि राइटिंग नहीं ठीक, तो 2.5 आ गए. तो 2 plus 2 4.5 आ गए आउट ऑफ 7. नंबर कहां से काटे मैंने? ग्रामर में से. Because you have used persons, it means you don't know grammar. So grammatically you are poor. So I will give you 0. So this is the idea I'm giving you. You say na you don't score good marks in writing skill, you don't score full marks. This is the way of checking. So if you really want to score 6.5 out of 7, so how will you score? Write down correct format. Don't commit grammatical errors. Don't write down I, you, we, they. Tense should be written in present tense. All the articles should be written using a present tense. If I find my student have written present tense in article, my student has not used persons, it means my student has a knowledge of grammar, not grammar. It means my student has a knowledge of grammar. So grammar I will be adding. Content में मैंने लगा दिए 2.5. मुझे लगा student has arranged all the ideas, rhetoric added, vocabulary is added, all the ideas are interconnected, student has taken good examples. तो फिर आ गए ना 7 में से 6.5. So this is the way of my, not my, all teachers checking. Why we bifurcate the marks. Now let's start format. What is the format of article writing? See, there are 2 marks for that. So how will you score 2 marks for that? Whenever any kind of article is asked, any piece of writing skill is asked, draw margin. In your answer sheet, if there is a margin, that is well and good. If there is no margin, draw margin before doing any writing skill. Now, go through the question, whatever the question is given to you. Once, twice, 2 times try to understand the situation. When situation is understood by you, you write down here title, heading, another word is caption. Now, how many marks I'm going to give you? So I will be giving you 2 marks for format. Now, how will I check format? I will first of all see the title, heading and caption is given in, yes, in capital. If it is not given in capital letters, मैंने रफ पे लिख लेना -1/2 तो पहले करते हैं. अब मेरी चेकिंग देखो 2 में से मैंने मार्क्स देने हैं फॉर्मेट के. बच्चे को पता ही नहीं कि टाइटल शुड बी रिटन इन कैपिटल लेटर. चलो हाफ मार्क डिडक्ट कर देती हूँ. But if you have written title, heading in capital letter, and if your heading is catchy, it should catch the reader's attention. It should catch the reader's attention. It should not be too long. Attractive, yes, it should be attractive. It should be appealing. It should appeal. It should be precise. It should be short. Brief. If I find all these qualities in your title, student has written capital letter, student has made this caption short, attractive, appealing, precise, short, brief, eye-catching. It is seeking attentive. It is seeking the reader's attention. So I am going to give you 2 marks for that. But wait, abhi 2 marks हुए नहीं पूरे. Now what will you do? After finding all the details, now who is the writer of article? Who is going to write down? You people. So you are going to write down. You are going to write down your viewpoint. So here comes a byline. Now what you are supposed to write down in byline? You are supposed to write down by your name and your class. Simple. Now how will you write down byline? If you write down by B capital, चलो half number और काट देते हैं. If you have written by B capital, I will deduct half mark again. It means you were not attentive in class. So you have to write down by B should be small. Some students have a habit to write down like this. I don't know why do they like this. चलो इसका भी हाफ मार्क काट लेते हैं, ठीक है। सो यू विल नॉट राइट डाउन ब्रैकेट्स, you will not write down brackets, you will be writing by name and class. By, if in your question writer's name is given, you will copy that name. If in your situation, in your question writer's name is given, you will copy that name, and here you will be writing by A B C class, any class you can write down. So this is byline. अब देखो how the checking will go on. Now I'm going to check your article. I have to give you 2 marks out of 2 marks for format. Now how my checking will be so quick? Capital letter, byline B small, ABC is written, not student has not written his or her name. Name is not given in the question also. So that's why student has written ABC. Class is followed by comma. With name and class, there is a comma. If these 4 things are okay, title in capital letter, by B is small, ABC is written, class is written. चलो आगे बढ़ो, आगे बढ़ो. I am saying if name is given, you will copy that name. If name is not given, you will be writing ABC. हाँ तो 2 मार्क्स फॉर्मेट के ना, 2 आउट ऑफ 2 फॉर्मेट के आ गए. अब मैंने किस पे से देने हैं, मैंने किस पे से देने हैं 3 मार्क्स. 3 marks I will be giving you for 110. Am I clear? Yes. So make it your focus that you don't want to score less marks. Now I'm giving you one situation. Now listen the situation. You will frame caption, you will be framing byline. Nowadays, online education is going on. So many students are busy in front of their mobiles, laptops, PC, tablets, and iPhones. Okay. Their physical exercise, physical activities have come down. But the sale of bikes is increasing day by day. Sale of bicycle is increasing day by day. So if students purchase these bicycles and they go for ride for near about half an hour or 1 hour daily, so they are going to get so many benefits from this activity, riding a bicycle. So you just write down your viewpoint on this article, and your article should not exceed 150 words. मैंने पैराग्राफ पे तो अभी पहुंची नहीं, मैंने सिचुएशन दी, हैव गिवन यू सिचुएशन, so what you will be writing? इतना बड़ा टाइटल 0 नंबर. I am asking you title. I am asking. Okay, you are saying benefits of cycling. पहले मेरा फोकस टाइटल पे है. तो अगर कर्स ऑफ ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन, तो सारा फोकस ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन के कर्स पे है. मैं तो साइकिल की बात कर रही हूँ. यही तो बात है. बेनिफिट्स ऑफ साइक्लिंग फॉर यंग जनरेशन. बस इतने तक ही मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए. डोंट अप टू दैट, डोंट मोर देन दैट. 1 2 3 4 5 6, not more than 6 words, near about 6 7, not more than that. So benefits of cycling for young generation, everything has come there. I have written all these things in capital letter. Now, how will I write down byline? So this is your correct format. Now, first paragraph, that should be your opening paragraph. Opening paragraph. Now, in article, you have to follow word limit also. You should not write down in too much detail. Not in short, you have to write down in here about 150 words. 150 words, Andaja, you can make on your own. So whenever you are going to write an opening paragraph, don't stop, don't talk to him. Stop talking. When you are writing opening paragraph, your paragraph should start dramatically. It should start dramatically with a question, with a quotation, they are talking in between. Any data to catch readers' attention. So you can start dramatically with a question, with a quotation, with data to catch readers' attention. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes. So your opening paragraph should not be so simple. It should give a very brief introduction that on which topic you are going to write down this article, and this article should start dramatically with a question, with a quotation. You can pick up any data to catch readers' attention. This paragraph should have only 2 or 3 lines. Clear? After that, next is just wait. If you don't want to study, sit at home. You're creating disturbance for the whole class. His name is Shabd. Yes. So development. So here you have to develop all the ideas. Whatever the situation is given to you, think about that situation. Gather plenty of ideas and draft all the ideas in rough. In roughly, you can write down all the ideas. Suppose 7-8 ideas you have written. Then arrange all the ideas in a proper way and put up all the ideas in that development paragraph. If your development paragraph is too big, you can divide it into 2 parts. Now we are running out of time, so we will continue this topic tomorrow. But by the time, I just want to tell you the headings, that after writing this caption, after writing this byline, you will be writing opening paragraph, you will be writing development paragraph. Then after that, next is winding up. Winding up means whatever the ideas you have written in development, you are going to wind up. You are going to write down the gist of all the topic. Okay, it means summing up all the ideas. Yes, summing up all the ideas. So when you are going to sum up all the ideas, it doesn't mean that you are going to repeat the lines what you have written in development. Students commit this error, that's why their marks are deducted. So you will not repeat the lines whatever we have written in development paragraph. You will sum up all the ideas. Okay, how will you sum up all the ideas? You can write down any comment. You can write down any criticism. So one line, it doesn't mean that winding a paragraph should be too long. It should have 2 lines. It can have 2 or 3 lines, but it should have a comment. It should have a criticism, or it can have a recommendation. It can have a recommendation. What do students do? उनको लगता है कि लास्ट पैराग्राफ पे सारा रिपीट करके वही 2-3 लाइंस पिक करके लिख दो. It is wrong. In winding up, you have to write down comment, criticism, and recommendation. And in conclusion, you have to show any hope. Achhe, bell has gone. I will continue this topic tomorrow. Hope. We will continue this topic tomorrow. I will be telling you in detail how to write down all these paragraphs. We will be taking same situation and we will discuss in detail. Yes.